Hey guys, what's going on? James Ford Drive here. So for today, we're going to be working on my 2018 RZR 1000. For those of you that follow me on the channel, you know I bought this machine brand new from the dealership. And I do all the maintenance, all the repairs, and everything on the machine. Today, we're going to be doing a basic maintenance video, changing the oil, changing the differential fluid, changing the rear transaxle fluid, replacing the drive belt, and greasing the U-joints, any slip joints or anything on the drive shaft, or any basically grease zerks that need to be done. Basically, I'm going to show you what I do whenever I do maintenance on my machine. I've tried to make this video in the past, but it always seems like I'm rushing to get things done. Today, I got a little bit of time, the weather's nice, and I got some new camera equipment, so that should make it easier. I got some new editing software. I'm going to try to make more videos like this. I feel like I'm always rushed and I never have time. But in today's video, we're going to attempt to get all this stuff done. And yeah, so for the front differential, we're going to be using regular Polaris fluid. One of these bottles will service like your front differential 2 or possibly even 3 times if you don't spill any or waste any. Your front differential uses almost no fluid and it's extremely easy to replace. And the front differential is it's got like electronics in it, so it's a good idea to service it, especially if it's leaking a little bit, because then water can get in. Like if oil can get out, water can get in. So it's a good idea to service your front differential. My local Polaris dealership is actually closed today, so I wasn't able to buy an OEM service kit. Normally I buy all my OEM fluids. Like I even have the transaxle fluid, but I only have half a quart. So normally I would use this, but I can't today because Polaris is closed. And today is the only day that I can work on my machine. So I did some research online, and I went to O'Reilly's, and they had 5W50 engine oil for the engine. They also sell the transmission fluid for the transaxle in the rear. So this should take care of what I need. I didn't want to, but I did buy a Fram oil filter. This is a PH7317 Fram oil filter. I was told that this one would work. This one, the extra guard, is actually a little taller, so it's got a little bit more volume. You can buy those little short ones, but these actually are a little bigger from what I've read online. And basically that's what we're going to use to do this maintenance. So that's gonna be it for the intro. Let's get the machine pulled around under my carport and let's get working on it. All right, so we just got done driving around the block. We got the engine up to about 175 degrees, so now it's time to start draining the old fluids out. All right, so under your RZR, the most backward hole is going to be for your transmission. It's an 8 Allen. And I'm not trying to tell everybody how to do everything, but when it comes to tightening these after you get done servicing this stuff, you do not have to tighten the crap out of these. That fluid's got some metallic suspended in it, but it's not terrible. There's our fluid draining out. And there's no big chunks on the magnet, which is good. Alright, so now under your machine, this hole right here, that's for your engine oil. And this one's a 6 Allen. Just like that. These have a little copper washer on them. If you're reusing it, make sure that you clean it off real well. That oil is dirty. Still got a little bit of a golden color to it, but it's dirty. Which is good that we're changing it. We're also going to pull the oil filter off here in just a second. I'm going to let this stuff drain for a good 5-10 minutes before we start putting stuff back in. So for your oil filter on these machines, you just open this cover, and there's your oil filter right there. There's a pair of pliers in there. So I'm not saying that you have to do this, but I like to pre-fill my filters. Just a habit. Take this. Remember, when you're tightening these drain plugs up, you're working with aluminum. You do not have to get it super duper duper tight. That's it. That's all you need. It's been cleaned off, so there's no metal shavings on it. One thing I did not anticipate is how hard it is. Change oil, because your hands get dirty and then you're trying to work a camera, and then the camera is not oil friendly. All right, so same thing. That's it. That's all you need. You do not have to kill these. They don't have to be tight. Just take a rag and just make sure the mating surface for the oil filter is nice and clean. Try your best to spit it on as quick as possible. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and fill up the engine oil. Always clean your funnels before you put any kind of oil through them. Take 2.5 quarts, so we're only going to pour in half of this. So personally, I have found that using one of these funnels is the best funnel for putting transmission fluid in one of these razors. This stuff is purple, just like the original OEM stuff. It's got a purple hue to it. That's interesting. The other thing I've read online is that if you jack the rear end up, you can get like another 1/2 quart in the rear end, which not necessarily necessary, but I've also read that there's a bearing in the transmission that doesn't get lubricated real well. If you overfill it just a little bit, that bearing gets a little bit of oil on it. Quart number 2 going in. Oh yeah, she's running out. This joint to have a little bit of play is normal. You know, to slide and move up and down a little bit, that's normal. This joint, these two joints should not have any play between the two of them. And this U-joint is wore out. It needs to be replaced. But I'm not doing that today because I don't have time. We're gonna grease it really good. When it comes to greasing these little grease zerks like this, me personally, I like using what's called a grease needle. So you just stick it on there. All right, so that's a little bit of a better angle. Let's see. This is where you have to have this little grease needle, or you're not gonna be able to grease these joints. All right, now we got a new grease tube, so we shouldn't run out of grease this time. She goes. Got some grease coming out of her now. All right, I've decided since this vehicle's all the way up in the air, we're gonna go ahead and do the clutch stuff now before we do the front differential. This is news to me, but it has to be on the ground in order to get the clearance between the shock in order to get the dang belt box out. I did not want to come out with the engine in full, or the suspension in full droop. One thing I found, I had no idea, but my belt box seal got sucked into the dang belt and chewed it up. So had no idea. So we're gonna have to buy a new seal. That sucks. But in the meantime, we're gonna go ahead and just kind of blow the air, you know, just compressed air, blow it out. All right, so we're gonna get this belt off. I don't like this stupid tool, but it does work. Like I said, I don't like this tool. I think it's stupid, but it's literally the only way to get the damn belt off. Take a walker. Right on. Where the hell that is. All right, so I'm not telling anybody what to do, but this is what I'm doing. This is heavy degreaser. So this is what I'm gonna use. Once again, you don't have to use what I'm using. This is just, I just don't like this. It's gonna make a mess. There's shit everywhere. Floppy. The front differential does not have very much fluid in it at all. There is one of the more important. Look at that, that's clean. It's dirty, but it ain't got no water in it. That's the main thing. That's just proof, man. If you service your stuff and take care of it, it'll last. So I went ahead and decided that I would check out the suspension just to make sure everything's tight. I don't know how well y'all can see that, but it needs a wheel bearing. So we're gonna be doing wheel bearing and U-joints on this thing soon. All right guys, so I think that's gonna do it for this video. I hope you enjoyed watching me work on my RZR. This is my routine maintenance. I try to do this twice a year. Front differential, rear transaxle, change the engine oil filter, kind of look the machine over, grease things that need to be greased, and just kind of make sure that it's in good shape. Obviously, I had to replace the belt because it was slipping. I measured this belt and the new belt. There's a 0.5 millimeter difference between this belt and that belt. So this thing was definitely worn, needed to be replaced. And that was probably accelerated by the fact that this thing had a seal that was ruptured. And water's gotten in this belt box a couple times, and I've kind of wondered why recently. So it's always been real sealed and I've never had problems, and then all of a sudden out of nowhere it started having problems. There you go. In my routine inspection, I found a left front wheel bearing that needed to be replaced, and I found a U-joint, actually 2 U-joints that need to be replaced. This drive shaft has 3. If this video gets a lot of engagement, a lot of likes or comments, or just somebody asking, hey, can you show us how to do a U-joint, I'll make a video doing the U-joints. I've done them before. They're not easy. It's a pain in the ass getting the drive shaft out of this thing, but I will make a video if that's something that people want. I think that's going to do it for this video. I hope you enjoyed watching me work on my machine, and that's it for now. If you want to see more content like this in the future, obviously my riding videos and stuff like that, be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel. We'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.